Hey guys, welcome back to another video on You're Not Alone. Please like, comment, subscribe. Man, it's been a busy week, but let's get into this last video of the week. When you're on semen retention and you're hitting these streaks, people are going to start shit testing you. Now, what are shit tests? Shit tests are things that people do to test how authentic you are. Like, are you who you really say that you are? I don't know if any of you guys that follow this channel, seen anything about that, but that's like what girls do to test you as well. If girls are somewhat attracted to you, I don't know if you guys ever had something like this situation happen. Girl starts liking you. You're like, okay, let me see what she's about. Then you start liking her, and then she just stops liking you. She stops responding to your texts and all those different things. It's probably because somewhere along the way she was shit testing you, and you was just failing those tests. And it depends on how much she likes you. If she likes you kind of somewhat, she can give you one test, and then you might fail that test, and it's a wrap. But if she has like really high interest in you, and also get this too, if she has like really high interest in you, you can still mess that up by not passing those shit tests, but she will give you a lot more chances. Now, the thing with this is girls give shit tests subconsciously. They don't even know what they're doing. If you try to tell a girl like, hey, you're shit testing me right now, she's like, well, what are you talking about? Girls subconsciously do that because, how do you say it? Evolution wise, this is how they test to see like who's the best possible mate for them. You get me? If they see a cute guy, he probably has muscles, he's tall, all these different things, she immediately goes to the shit test to see if he is comfortable within himself, if he's comfortable within his frame. Now, look at me. I got tattoos. I'm in decent shape. As soon as I get to talking, though, these girls think I'm soft, and they start shit testing me like crazy. But the good thing about this is if a girl is shit testing you, that means she potentially wants to be with you. But if you need to be aware that it's happening, and then you could pass these tests. A lot of guys too, they pass it subconsciously because they're already in that alpha mode. They don't really take any shit, this and that. So they're passing these tests without even knowing what it is. And for guys will shit test you. There's different reasons why a guy would shit test you. For one, it could be a guy that's like threatened by you. And subconsciously, because he's threatened by you, he's trying to bring you down to his level and push you down. So first, he's like testing the waters. He might give you a little shit test there. And what I mean by shit test, he might tell you like a little funny joke, like, oh my God, you're so short, or you talk white. That's what they be telling me, and like all these little different things. The thing about shit tests, never react to it emotionally. Never ever do it. Every time someone tries to shit test me, I just like laugh it off. And one thing I like to do, I like to agree and amplify. So if someone will tell me like, hey, you're short, I'll be like, oh yeah, you're right, I'm a dwarf. You just passed the shit test. Now, if they tell you this, like, hey, you're short, and then you react like this, oh my God, like, why do you call me short? I'm not short. I'm 5'11". I'm blah, blah, blah. You failed the shit test. And because now subconsciously they saw a weakness in your defense, now they won't give you the same shit test, but now they know like, oh, I can get to this dude. Oh, he's not above me because I can talk to him. I can talk to him and he's going to get in a different kind of way. These are guys that they're like not secure in their masculinity and they're threatened by you and they're going to try to bring you down to their level. And then you got like the real alphas. They just do it without even knowing, you get me? And with them, and also too, I hate the words alpha and betas. Like I said, I gotta say it for the point of the video. But alphas, they will just shit test you without even knowing it. But with them, you joke back on them and it's a friendly competition. They're like, oh, another alpha. And you guys are just joking and having a good time. A beta trying to pretend to be an alpha, when they shit test you and you pass it, now they're scared of you. Now they know they can't pull that shit. And the thing about betas as well, they will shit test you a lot in front of other girls because what they're subconsciously trying to do, they're trying to get that girl to view you as below this person. So now this girl will potentially give him a chance. It's so crazy, guys. I've read books on this. I've studied it. It's so crazy. Now, shit test, what does it really look like? I just gave you one example when guys will try to do it with like, you're short, this and that. Like I said, girls, they do it because it's like an evolutionary thing. And I don't know like how to describe it, but the more they kind of want you, the more you're going to get shit tested. And it's in the beginning, it's going to be crazy, but you pass it. But this is one thing I'm going to tell you. In your life, shit tests are never going to stop. You're going to get shit tested to the day you die, because that's the only way people see like if you are who you say that you are. And on semen retention, it's a whole lot worse. And I'm telling you this because of the fact that when you're on semen retention, you stand out amongst the crowd. You are like this light in this dark world and everyone wants a piece of you. And when the girls come up to you, guys, I wish it was as simple as, hey, I'm on semen retention. I could get any girl I want. Bro, no, it's not. Because what they're going to do, the semen retention is going to bring them in. Then when they shit test you and you don't pass, they're going to go on to the next guy. You get me? Because girls, in their mind, they're trying to find the best possible selection. And I'll give you an example right here. I had my second video on this channel. I had a semen retention attraction story. I was in the bar. This girl was really feeling me. And then a shit test she did to me, she asked me to buy her a drink. And I told her, I do not want to buy you a drink because I've studied the game, guys. I know how these things work. I told myself, that's a shit test right there. If a girl asks you to buy her a drink in a bar and you buy it, you just let her know you can be easily manipulated and she can walk all over you. And girls don't like that. Girls like that masculine energy where you stand your ground and all these different things. But my brother was all like, Travis, why are you being so cheap? Buy her a drink. Went her buy her a drink. As soon as I bought her a drink, failed the shit test, she went to go talk to another guy in front of me. It's so frustrating. And I'm telling you guys, like, you guys need to be aware that it's happening. One shit test I get constantly because I take care of myself. I got skincare. I go to the gym. They want to call me gay. I'm like, all right. When it first started happening, I was failing it like crazy. I'm like, I'm not gay. As soon as you say I'm not gay, you failed the shit test. I just be like, man, can I say gay on here? I gotta look that up to see if I can even drop this. But yeah, they would say that, and I would just react by saying I'm not GAY. And now when they say it, I'm like, I'll be saying something funny like, yeah, but for you, I'll make an exception. I'll be like, yeah, I like to take it into BUTTT every night. It sounds stupid, but once you agree with it and you amplify it, you pass the test. It's so weird. Human beings are so weird. Like, I think to the aware person, I might still do it. I don't know. Like, I'm not really aware, but I can't think of any times. But human nature is just a funny thing, and it's just like really crazy. But I lost my train of thought. But also when it comes to girls doing it, like I said, they don't know they're doing it, so don't ever point it out to them because they're gonna think you're autistic or you're crazy. But with semen retention, the longer you stay on the streaks, the more it's going to come. But when you are on semen retention, you are spiritually strong, and now you don't really let it get to you. But you could be as strong as you can be, but if you don't know what's happening, you're going to fail it. And it still be catching me off guard. Just know the person that is the most alpha in the world, they will get caught off guard sometimes. You can't pass these tests 100% of the time. But like I said, the more a girl has interest in you, the more she's going to give you some leeway. And I'll take it a step further. Not only will she give you leeway, she will try to help you. Like, when I first started discovering what shit tests were, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I'm about to pass all these tests. I'm good, this and that. But guys, like, to this day too, like, I don't really know what shit tests might be thrown at me. I just know the most common ones, and I've kind of had like a script in my head. But sometimes you'll get thrown off. Like, you guys could watch all these videos on how to do certain things, but being in the field's a whole different thing. I think this one girl started talking to me, and it started off super cool. Like, it's super cool. Like, we were just talking about like anime or something. She asked me a question about anime, and in the middle of me answering that question, it's like, are you gay? And because like it cut me off and I didn't really expect it, it threw me off. And even though I have a script in my head to respond to it, I was just like, it threw me off to the point I was like, I'm not gay. As soon as I did that, it's a fail on the shit test, guys. So you guys need to really be aware that's happening. And I'm telling you, after this video, if you guys are on a streak, you're gonna notice it's happening, and you're gonna tell yourself, like, I'm going to pass a shit test. And then you might just fail completely. But the beautiful thing about knowledge and awareness is the more you learn and the more you're aware of the tomfoolery that's going on out here, you're going to fail. You're going to stumble in the beginning. But now that you have the awareness, you could learn like while you're going. I'm telling you guys, like, when I go through interactions now, I don't even react emotionally. If I fail a shit test, I'm like, oh wow, that one caught me off guard. But put it in the back of my head, and now I know how to pass it for next time. I can never tell you guys like all the different shit tests that's going to come your way. You guys need to be able to go out there, don't mind failing, and learn from your mistakes. Bro, guys, failure is a beautiful thing. I'm telling you. Like, you guys want to do anything, go out there and fail as much as you want. And the same thing goes with like talking to girls these days. It's like, I think I just saw a video saying like 50% of guys in the world hasn't approached a girl. What? That makes no sense. Like, you guys might be scared to do it in the beginning, but go up to a girl, approach her, make those mistakes, because the more you go out there and fail, the more you go out there and make mistakes, you won't even care. Like when I first started doing YouTube videos, I was so scared, like, oh my God, like what are people going to think about me? Like, what if I get hate comments? And also too, hate comments are shit tests as well. Universally, how you pass a shit test from getting hate on the internet is don't react to it at all. And take it a step further, give those people love or empathy, and it disarms them. It's so funny. But it's going to come like from everybody, honestly, unless you have like a super aware person that's like super genuine and knows the world and the game, which is very rare, then you won't get it as much. But shit test is not a bad thing, guys. Now when I get it, when I get shit tests, when I get hate, it's letting me know I'm on the right path, because I used to think like, why are they treating me this way? Like, why do they hate me? You got to realize some people are already threatened by you, and instead of them trying to learn from you and trying to grow with you, they're going to hate on you. They're going to throw shit tests. And some of these people, when you pass a shit test, they fall in line and now they respect you. And now they're copying you. They're like trying to really be like you. It's the craziest thing. Like I said, humans are funny. They're a funny phenomenon. But I did give you guys like the agree and amplify strategy to shit test. There's also other ways as well. So, and like I said, when I say some of these different methods, you guys are going to realize you probably did it with somebody and didn't even know you passed it. One thing too, kids will test you all the time. But you know kids, like they're just all bark. As soon as you tell them something or like you pass that shit test, they are scared of you and they're just falling in line and doing whatever you want. Treat these people out here that's giving you shit tests as kids. And that's how I look at some girls as well too. Like they're bratty. They just want to test you for no reason. You pass it and now they're like in love with you and they want to follow onto your every word. But this video is getting a little bit too long. Let me give you guys like some other ways to pass a shit test. I gave you to agree and amplify. So if someone says something about you, just agree with it and amplify and take it out this world. So I already told you, hey, you're really short. What's another one I can say? Hey, you probably think you're funny, right? Hey, you probably think you're funny, right? I'll be like, nah, what would I say to that? I'll be like, nah, I'm like the most serious man in the world, or I'm not funny at all. Like, just say something like that. That one was kind of bad, but I hope you guys get the premise. Just agree with it. And just like I said, just amplify it, because it disarms them. What they try to do in that instance is try to get you into their frame. Now, what is frame? Frame is their state of reality. So if you control your frame and you maintain frame, no one can really mess with you and no one can really call you out on things. When that girl said like, oh, you're pretty short, they're trying to make you feel insecure about yourself. You get me? Because they see some attractive quality about you and they don't want you to get a big head. But once you agree with it, it's like, okay, what more can they do? I just disarmed you. You said, I'm short. And I took it a step further and said, I'm a midget. And what else can you do? You can do a pressure flip. Now, what a pressure flip is whatever question sometimes people ask you questions and it's a shit test in itself. What can I think of one? Like the are you the GAY one? The are you GAY? That's pretty much there to be like, throw me off of my confidence. You get me? Like have me thinking like, oh, why do they think I'm like that? Am I feminine? Am I this? Am I that? But if they say that, what's a question you could ask back? It's kind of putting me on the spot right here. Are you GAY? I would say, why? Do you like me or something? You should say, why? Do you like me or something? Something like that. Or they say, hey, are you... I gotta think of that one. Just no pressure flips. It's just flipping it back on them with a question. So someone tries to ask you a question to get you out of your frame or to make you feel unconfident. Flip that question right back at them. Then you got agree and amplify. You got pressure flips. You got ignore completely. Like sometimes ignoring is a powerful tool. You don't always have to respond to everything you hear, guys. Sometimes girls say something to me and I just be like, I just stare at them for like 5 seconds, like. And then after that, I'd be like, can we be normal now? And that passes the shit test. But yeah, guys, that's like 3 of the surefire ways to pass shit tests. The longer you are on semen retention, just know it's going to happen. And know if you guys are using this to get a girl, once again, I don't recommend it. Use semen retention to get to your goals, to get closer to God. But if any of you guys watching this is using semen retention to get girls, and also this is perfect too, because some of you guys be saying, oh, semen retention isn't working for me. Like girls aren't being attracted to me. Girls are probably attracted to you, but they're giving you shit tests and you guys are just failing. So yeah. So you guys, the longer you stay on semen retention, the more shit tests you're going to get. And now that you guys have the awareness, Stay on semen retention, pass these shit tests, and you guys will get girls. But I digress. If you guys caught any value within this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.